Sometimes our actions have deeper effects than what meets the eye.
The objects we use, the foods we eat, and the way we move through everyday life impact the world around us.
In this video, we hope to highlight some of your everyday actions that can have a big effect on the marine environment and the animals that live in it.
There are simple things that we can do as UAS students to mitigate the impacts that we have on the marine environment.
Anthropogenic-induced climate change has profound implications for marine ecosystems that directly and indirectly affect marine mammals by warming sea temperatures, acidifying the ocean, changing species distributions, and altering ecological food chains. One major factor of climate change is greenhouse gas emissions from transportation, which stems from the combustion of petroleum-based products from our cars. The majority of greenhouse gas emissions from transportation is carbon dioxide. However, small amounts of methane, nitrous oxide, and hydrofluorocarbons are emitted as well. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, transportation accounts for 34% of total greenhouse gas emissions, and the largest contributor in this sector are passenger cars. This percentage has increased by about 16% since 1990 due to an increased demand for travel. Measures that can be implemented to reduce your greenhouse gas emission footprint include walking or biking to class, carpooling, taking advantage of on-campus resources like the UAS Housing Shopping Shuttle, and using the public transportation system. It is common for personal choices and local mitigation measures to be overlooked. However, change begins with individual actions, no matter how small. What you do in your daily life can make an impact, which will in turn help the marine ecosystem. It's as easy as being aware of your impact and choosing the healthier alternative for our environment.
Our daily food choices can affect the health of our ocean's ecosystems. As technology advances, we are able to catch more fish faster. This feeds the world's growing hunger for seafood, but it can also have detrimental effects on the ocean's fisheries. 70% of the world's fisheries are considered exploited, overexploited, or have already suffered from collapse. By choosing to eat sustainable seafood, you're helping to support fisheries that are allowed to replenish so they can be utilized in the future. Fisheries that are certified sustainable fish from a plentiful stock, limit bycatch, reduce dredging, and discourage harmful fishing practices. The aim of the sustainable seafood movement is to reduce the stress on wild fish stocks in order to promote a healthy ocean ecosystem. An easy way to know if your favorite seafood is sustainable is to download the Seafood Watch Guide app. It's a free app that helps you choose fished or farm choices in your area that have less impact on the environment. Also, when shopping for fish, look for the blue MSC Eco label, which certifies that the fish you are purchasing came from a sustainable fishery.
Humans create a lot of amazing things. We are constantly turning the materials of our natural world into new human-made items. However, we also produce a lot of garbage. Placing that empty candy wrapper or dead battery in the trash may not seem like a threat to the marine environment. Most trash ends up in landfills like the one here in Juneau, but from landfills, some trash can still physically end up in the ocean. Toxins can leak out of batteries and electronic waste, and by simply throwing away our trash, we require new material to create new items. Trash is a risk to marine life and ecosystems because it can cause entanglement. Animals can ingest it. Toxins can affect the endocrine systems of large animals and kill small organisms. And by generating new items all the time, we are contributing to terrestrial environmental damage and carbon emissions, which leads to rising sea temperatures and acidification. One solution for mitigating how our waste impacts the marine environment is to recycle. By recycling items made from aluminum, glass, plastic, and paper, we reduce our need for more environmental destruction from mining, oil drilling, and logging that's needed to produce these items. Recycling diminishes the amount of material and toxins in landfills, and recycling is much more energy efficient than producing new items. The EPA estimates that 75% of American waste is recyclable, but currently only 30% is actually being recycled. You can help conserve our marine environment with a simple everyday choice to recycle your trash.
The batteries that you throw away in the garbage can indirectly harm the marine environment. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, each year Americans throw away more than 3 billion batteries. That's about 180,000 tons of batteries. More than 86,000 tons of these are single-use alkaline batteries. If they are placed end to end, these dead alkaline batteries would alone circle the world at least 6 times. About 14,000 tons of rechargeable batteries are also thrown away in the United States. Unlike compostable trash, batteries are hazardous waste. Sealed inside alkaline cells are harmful materials which you don't come into contact with during normal use. When the batteries enter the landfill, however, the casing can be crushed or easily degrade. This causes mercury and other toxins to leach into the environment, the air you breathe, and the water you drink, the oceans that the marine mammals live in.
No! Don't do it! The people! No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
The other heavy metals included in batteries are nickel, cadmium, cobalt, and lead, highly detrimental to the marine ecosystem and you. Also, in batteries are corrosive acids that can eat their way through many other materials, and when these acids reach the right temperature, they can explode and release toxic fumes into the air. Many of the rechargeable batteries contain heavy metals such as nickel, cadmium, cobalt, and mercury. According to the Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry, cadmium can cause lung damage, kidney disease, and death, while lead can damage the kidneys, nervous system, and the reproductive system. These dangerous toxins make their way into the watersheds and eventually out into the oceans, even if you don't live near an ocean. Instead of contributing to the problem, the good news is you can make a difference. You can replace your single-use batteries with recyclable rechargeables, which can be used up to 1,000 times. You can dispose of all of your single-use batteries in a responsible way, such as the battery drop-off locations at the recycling center. You'll save money and ensure that fewer batteries get into the landfill and eventually poison the oceans, lakes, rivers, and streams. We are working with the University of Alaska Southeast in hopes to starting a battery recycling program that will have battery drop-off locations around campus. You make a difference in the marine environment.
That's what I'm talking about! You did it! Congratulations!